Good day, viewers, and welcome to Midday Vibe, coming your way on Calpit TV, transmitting on channel 141 on Star Times and Calpit FM 91.9 megahertz. In the show, as usual, we discuss issues that are related to nations and state in general. And today in the show, we are going to discuss one important avenue, having known that youth are the bridge builders and the backbone of the development of every society. And we can recall the development and achievement gained by youth internationally and in our dear country Nigeria. We can remember the strive by militaries during their youth times, like President General Obasanjo, General Muhammad Buhari, General Sani Abacha, and of course General Yakubu Gowon, who ruled Nigeria in his early or in his late 20s, and the development they bring to the nation. So today we are going to be discussing on how youth can promote and bring about development in their communities and the country at general. I am Muktari Gwanga, and with me in the studio, I am honored to have two important guests along with me. From the right hand side, I am with Miss Shafa'atu Suleiman, who is a journalist here in Sokoto. Shafa'atu, yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
On the other side of the table, I have the honor of having a youth activist by name Hamidu Al-Mustafa Umar. Malam Hamid, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Alright, viewers, do stay tuned as we take a short break and the program continues. Alright, viewers, welcome back. It's still your show, Midday Vibe. As we all know, youth have been described as the backbone in any community across the globe, and we always used to say youth are the leaders of tomorrow, and that's why in my studio today I have a honor of two youths in with me to discuss this matter that's related to youth. First of all, we all know there is a definition of youth. When we talk about youth, we are referring to people transiting from adolescenthood up to late adulthood or geron stage, that's old stage. So anyone that falls within the range is termed as a youth, and we know they are the solid mistresses in every sector. They are the ones capable of managing a lot of things, but they are faced with numerous challenges that some of them were able to cope with and some they couldn't. So today in the show we are going to be discussing way forward and the challenges faced by the youth. I'm starting with Malama Shafa'atu, who is a youth too with us. Malama Shafa, I would like to ask, first of all, how in your own concept will you describe how you see the role of youth in bringing about development in the environment and in the nation at large?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Before I go further, I will say Happy World Population Day, because today is World Population Day.
Yeah.
And looking at the theme of this year, it has to do with the youth.
Yes.
That is toward empowering youth, right?
Yeah.
Toward building a family, something like that. So when we are talking about the youth, I think in every, should I say, country or every nation, as you said, the youth are the backbone of the nation. And the same here in our country, Nigeria. Nigeria is a country that has a large population of youth. In fact, one of the largest when it comes to Africa. Because looking at the population of the youth in Nigeria, we're having around 70% of the population are youth within the age of 30 downward. So they play a crucial role when it comes to national development, because the youth of this era are, should I say, they are well equipped.
Yeah.
It's like I can't say like they are okay. Let me put it this way so that I won't be biased.
Yeah.
They are well equipped when it comes to talent. They are very talented.
That's knowledge.
Yes, they are
Yes.
talented, creative, and a lot of innovations
Yeah.
that the youth are having. So they play a crucial role when it comes to the development of their nation at large.
Okay, thank you very much, Malam Hamid. Let me come to you now. Your own perspective. How did you see the role of youth in bringing about development in communities and the nation in general?
Well, thank you once again for having me here. And as she said, a happy International Population Day. Well, when we talk about the role of the youth and the kind of development they bring to the community, there is no any intervention presently going on that will exclude the youth aside and it attain development. There is none. Each intervention, whether it is governmental, whether it is community based, whether it is international intervention that has to do with empowering people's life, it has to go on with the youth. No. They are the foot soldiers. Yeah. They are the one that takes the intervention to the community. They are the one that bring the feedback. Yeah. And they are the one that you can measure by looking at them to know whether you developed or you are stepping backwards towards your goal. Okay. So the youths are really the catalyst of every development towards any community or everything like that. But if we look into it, the system was created for us to live tomorrow. Okay. But the talent that she said we have, are we really using that talent or are we wasting it now?
Okay, before we get to that question, as she rightly said, today is World Population Day, and the theme is empowering young people to create the families they want in a fair and hopeful world. Yeah, so that means there is need for empowerment from the current administration. But before then, I think youth with the little they have can be able to assist. For example, let me start. The reason why you're here is just for us to have a balanced gender. For female, we know of a lot of women who are youth, like who have ruled. Like I can cite, for example, my favorite person, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She has been in the system since her a young age. So, how will you describe the role of women in making things work and bringing about development in the country?
Okay, when it comes to the role of women, let me just reverse to the words that he used. I just picked that word because I feel interest in it. He said that the youth are the foot soldiers. Yeah, I so much like that word because it has a lot in it. Look, when we say foot soldiers, it means that they are like the backbone, as we always say. Yes. Okay, coming to the women, the women youth. Yeah, women youth have a great role to play when it comes to the national development, when it comes to whatever. But the issue is that we are facing before we go to the challenge, but we always say it, that we are having a lot of challenges as women youth, finding ourselves in an environment that, should I say, doesn't favor the women. A lot of challenges are there. So for a woman youth to be able to meet up with those challenges, you have to work like 3 to 4 times compared to the other gender, right?
Yeah. Compared to us.
Yeah, compared to you. Yes. So that challenge is there. And but still at that, women are coming up. Yes. You cite example with Dr. Ngozi and a lot of other women that just pick interest in what she's doing and what other women are doing. So women or youth, women in particular, we have a great role to play in the national development.
Okay, Madam Hamidu, I would not like to ask that question because I know youth, most especially male, pass a lot through. But how will you describe their contribution so far? Like now, we have been saying we are foot soldiers, we do that. But how will you describe their contribution in bringing? Are they really given the chance to contribute for the development?
Well, when you talk about young people like the youth, it has to be of two genders, male and female. Yeah, and I give it to them that they are good in managerial positions. Okay, that's why they don't mess up when they are assigned with a task to manage. Yes, they do that well. Yeah. So when it comes to the way that, let's say, it relates with us. Yeah. The male gender, my gender, my honorable gender, we faced a lot. Yeah. Most of when you look at man in a box, people put too much expectations on him, and they don't really look at him as someone that can seek for help. That I should always be very bold to make decisions, whether if it will break someone or mend him or something like that. So we face a lot of challenges that hindered our ability to make decisions that has to do with us. And to, let's say, answer your question and also to relate it with what she said. Yes. Now, as we are moving on, they have the upper hand. Yes. All the interventions, all the help, all the aids will go to them, but it is us that will facilitate it. Okay. So I can say like there is need for intergender collaboration between
Collaboration.
us and them.
Yeah.
As I said, they are good in managerial position
Yes.
and we are good in decision making. Let's manage together and let's decide together.
Together.
It will help us to attend the, let's say, the answer to what you have asked.
All right, viewers, this midday vibe coming your way on Calicut TV, transmitting on channel 141 on Star Times, and you can tune to our YouTube channel and our Facebook handle on at Calicut TV to watch this live. And to me, with me in the studio is Miss Shafatu Suleiman and Hamid Al Mustafa Umar. Before we proceed, Miss Shafatu, one will wonder, despite the bulk of women we have that are medical doctors, nurses, teachers, lecturers, and young ones, if you look at them, when you're passing by, you see them young ones. Someone will wonder whether they are really facing challenges. Does women like youth, the female gender, face challenges in bringing about development? Because if you go to our hospitals, you realize most of the midwives, the nurses are aged between 22 to 30, 35 and below. So how will you describe the challenges faced by female youth while they trying to bring about development in communities and in the country at large?
Okay, a simple answer to that, yes. But before I move further, are we really having the upper hand?
Okay.
No. You see, we, the women, I would say, like, we find ourselves in a kind of community that portray us as being weak.
Weak, yeah.
we are always portrayed as being weak, which is not the true picture of the situation.
Okay.
So looking at that, they try to say, okay, whenever we are having something, let's show like we are giving the women the upper hand, but in the reality is not.
Okay.
I'll give you an example with myself. I think in the whole of our chapel, I'm the only woman among them. And whenever we go out, they used to like say, okay, we don't have a woman in our midst.
Yeah.
You see, as I'm a kind of a gender advocate, and that kind of thing will like kind of touch me that why can't you respect my gender by identifying me?
Yeah.
But they will also say that we are all having gentlemen here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is that not because of the tonation they use?
Yes, but that's where the fault is. That means even from the initial there is a fault.
Okay.
There are some places that the women, our gender is not even considered. So when you talk about seeing women nurses, lawyers, and stuff like that, yeah. But considering the should I say the population of women that we are having and the talents that we are having in women, is that population or percentage really saying the truth of the picture? How many women representation do we have in government? Take Sokoto State for example. Taking it up to the national level, how many women do we have, or how many women representation do we have? And even when we have these representations, you find out that we are always being victimized or marginalized in one way or the other. For the history of Nigeria, I don't know in any state where we have a female governor.
I can't recall one.
Recall when did Nigeria gain her independence?
No,
from those years down now. Can you imagine to say that okay, we don't have a female governor in the state? Is that not being, how does this sound?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think people when it comes to that, our culture and a lot of things contributed to it. It comes to a place that I even saw a man went to a hospital. I'm a storyteller, thank you.
Yeah.
So sorry.
That's nice, that's nice. A good one.
He went to the hospital for treatment. When the doctor, he was in pain, seriously. So the doctor that we attend to him happened to be a female. When he say him as a man, for a woman to give him injection, he said God forbid that he won't take an injection from a woman. So just look at it in that way. The woman, she's trying to save his life, and at the same time trying to do what, should I say, her national responsibility or her civic responsibility, but he's denying her the access. The same thing, I saw a situation whereby a journalist is doing a work and he was put under the supervision of a woman. Because of being put under her, he said that he can't go on with that story. How can a woman be controlling him? He's a man. So is the society really giving us what we are supposed to be given?
That's
You are an
what
activist, right?
that's one of the challenges.
I just want her to learn so that I can take off from
Yeah,
where I landed.
that's one of the challenges. But Ms. Shafati, can we have more of these critical challenges? Because whenever we talk about challenges, mostly people are not taking it in the direction you do. We will just talk about sexual harassment, intimidations, discriminations. But this one you are bringing about something critical that people we take it to be nothing because we feel like it's nothing because we are most people think it's nothing because you can't allow a female to lead you, she's not meant to or what have you. So I think viewers would like to have more insight on this type of challenges that women face. You are a woman and you are in the matter that involves these activities. Then can we have more please?
When it comes to issue, let me talk about that
Challenge.
harassment.
Yeah.
Let me just take you a bit back.
Okay.
The reason why women are even the male gender,
Yeah.
they do face harassment and all sorts of molestation.
Yes.
But it's just that of the women is being echoed more. That's
Okay.
why whenever an issue of a woman is brought
Brought.
up, what will be the first thing that people will start thinking of is molestation, violation,
Okay.
but it goes beyond that.
Okay.
There are other things like this one that we are talking about. That is the aspect of leadership,
Yeah, undermining.
undermining,
Yeah.
the should I say intellect
Yeah.
of a woman when it comes to leadership and stuff like that.
Mm.
And this thing has to do with, should I say, is a misconception.
Mm.
Because when you ask some people, they'll tell you that it's religious.
Yeah.
But is it true religious?
No, I can't tell.
Okay, I think in the history of our religion, we have places where women rule.
Yeah.
Like we have what's the name of this lady?
In
Bilqis.
Amina or Balkis.
Yes,
in
I'm
Amina.
even going up to the religion
Yes.
level of it. Okay, coming down to our history as, let's say, the Ariwas. Let's take Ariwa for example. We have Queen Amina, as you mentioned.
Yes.
So women have the potentials and they can do it.
Yeah.
As he said, we are good in managerial level.
Yeah.
So I give me the point. Okay, I will take it away.
You want to take it away? You see, okay. Okay. As I'm saying, women, we are not only in managerial level. In any position that you keep a woman, just be rest assured that she will do that work perfectly. Why? Because she is multitask.
Okay.
Yeah, a woman is multitask. A woman will do her house chores, she will do her job in the office, she will take care of the children, and she will do so many things
Take
at the
care of
same
the
time.
husband too.
And take care of the husband too.
Yes.
But just imagine.
Thank you for taking care of us.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
Just imagine a day that you leave a man to do all those things. Okay, let's just have a switch of chores. You take care of the children, take
House
them to
chores.
school, do the house chores, and go to your work. I believe you come back and meet a lot of mess. If you're not careful, you end up eating a burnt food that day.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We will get back to you. Let's now run to Hamid. Mr. Hamid. We have heard a lot about the contributions of youth. How can you describe the challenges faced by male youth? Because we know that youth nature is developmental in nature. Anything about youth is about bringing something new that will promote things. That's what even the name can note that. How can you describe the challenges faced by male youth in their duty of bringing about development?
Well, Mr. Mukhtar, if I will take you back, if you could recall, I said the system has been put in place
Yeah.
for us to lead tomorrow. But
Yes.
are we really harnessing the
The
talent,
opportunity.
the opportunities, or are we really wasting it?
Mm.
And you have to know that you cannot shape someone's head while he's absent.
Yeah, sure.
While making decisions, youth should be there for them to make the system for themselves.
Okay.
So these are part of the challenges that we are having in every sector.
Yeah, you mean
Youth
exclusion
that
from
we are
decision
working for
making?
youth.
Are you talking about exclusion from decision?
Exclusion from decision making, that's where the problem started.
Okay.
Because when you are making plans for someone and you are not engaging him, whenever you talk to him, he will think that you are planning against him.
Yes.
So it's from decision making. There is no participatory or engagement of youth
Okay.
in decision making from the initial stage. That's what bring about all these issues that we are having from both genders.
Yeah.
When I said the youth, I'm talking about male and female youth,
yes.
young people entirely.
Yes.
It's from decision making. We are not putting into the process of making decisions, knowing what we really want, what are our goals, what are our dreams that we need to achieve. So not knowing that will not allow people to have a clear picture of who we are and what we really need.
Yeah.
So they will just start planning blindly without giving us the opportunity to participate. And not having opportunity to participate is a grave challenge for us. Not participation in implementation, in decision making, in planning, in everything, we are not carried along.
Okay.
If you look into the political issues now, let's say that so something has changed.
Yeah.
Now there are youths in the system, and they are giving us high hopes that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. But who is really holding the torch?
Lights.
Yes, the torchlight. Yeah. We are trying to reclaim the torch now to our own hands. That's why we are having more youths that are there. There are a lot of examples of them in the House of Assembly, in the Senate, and from the gubernatorial positions. Now you have seen that we are having some youths, some youths, considerable amount of number of youths that are there in it. But are we still going somewhere? There is need for more engagement. And without that engagement, we will continue to face a lot of challenges that we will never be able to address.
But Hamid, let me call your attention to one thing. You know, when we talk about development, it encompasses anything that will bring about change in life. So precisely, sometimes when we talk about development, people will be thinking of politics and what have you. What about the grassroots development that the role youth play in advancing their communities, their families, and their areas? Let me take it that way. How can you describe that?
Let me take one or two things as an example. Let's take politics first. When you go to
can you take anything outside politics?
No, I will start from there because that's where all our mind are going whenever we are having issues like
I will love it. I will love it.
Yes, I will take it.
Politics aside.
I will take it. Well, so let's say that let's take from community structures.
Thank you.
When you take community structures now, let's say WDC as an example.
Okay.
There is need for more engagement of youth in the WDC structure, but they will tell you that the chairman must be an elderly person from the community. And that elderly person from the community, I'm not going against it, but when they are making decisions, when someone like me, as a young person, wanted to get engaged in decision making, they will say, we will decide for you. We know what you are going through, we know what you need, we will decide for you.
Okay.
Why must it become an elderly person there? I know there's a youth representation there. When you come to the grassroots level, you said, and it has to do with community structures, as I said. You will look from the community elder, they will tell you that he is so old that he should be the community leader there. So whenever something bad happen in the community, I'm not asking nanny, they are the youth, they are the ones that are doing all these things. So they are the ones that are causing all. Why?
Okay. Shafatu, if I shall come back to you on this matter. Based on what Malam Hamidu have just described, I think in the male youth, based on if I get it right, they must have the rifle before they can give their own input. Is that the same case with the female side, like the youth? Like, and based on community, you cannot bring about any development without having the mantle of leadership or power?
Somehow yes.
Okay.
But it can also be a no.
Okay.
What did I mean by that is that if you look at it, as I said, initially, our youth this time around are talented.
Yes.
You will see that's why we are having a lot of volunteers. A youth will just look at something that is not going right in his community and he'll say, okay, I've picked this upon myself. I will see how I'm going to correct it.
Yes.
And with the little connections that he have with his peers and you see that he's coming up with something good.
Yes.
Yesterday, I was just scrolling through Facebook and I saw about a girl. She's from Sokoto here, and I'm trying to dig more on her.
Yeah.
I learned that she was able to enroll 500 out of school children back to school.
Wow.
And it's just an initiative, her own initiative.
Wow.
And when I dig more into what she's doing, I noticed that the organization that she brought up in honor of her late brother is not even that. Should I say had it been she have the real support, she could have gone beyond that.
Wow.
And let's look at let's take the aspect of technology. Our youth are advanced.
Sure.
With the little resource that they have in their hands, if you see the kind of wonderful things that youth are doing in technology, it will surprise you. I was in Lagos, I think some time ago. I went there for a hackathon as a participant too.
Yeah.
But when I saw beautiful innovations that youth are coming up with, in fact, I have a change of mind. I started thinking, oh, how I wish I can be a founder. How I wish I can fund all these beautiful innovations.
Yes, innovations.
Yeah, and they are all what? They are all in one way or the other solving the problem of the society
masses.
at the grassroots, which I'm sorry to say, for years our leaders, our so-called youth leaders, are not able to do. But these youth are doing it within the little, with the little resources, and support that they are having at hand.
Yeah.
So how do you see if I can say, I don't always want to say having support from the government.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you see it if we can collaborate more among ourselves as youth? Okay, you are having a plan. I have the resources.
Okay.
You have the idea. Okay, he can assist. Let's come together and see what we are going to do with this his idea and bring it to life and see how it will be beneficial to our society. So you see that one, it has nothing to do with the government. We are solving our problem by our own self.
All right, viewers.
I think I will just chip a little.
Okay.
I so much like the way she focused on more advanced areas now.
Yeah.
Well, as she said, if you look into the way things are taking another dimension, we are changing the narration now.
Yes.
Youths are doing quite a lot in technological advancement, use of AI, use of digital media, entrepreneurship, making new innovations. We are really doing great. First, in Sokoto, we have a lot of examples. In Sokoto. If you look at when we talk about technology now, when we look about digital media, take Dan India as an example.
Yeah.
He's doing quite a lot.
Yeah.
They just launched the adolescent Almajiri Center where they train
That's computer village.
Yes, computer village.
Yeah.
And you see, if that one got a lot of support from the community, I will not really say that the government should support like entirely. Let us take the ownership.
Okay.
We are the youths. We have the time. We have the idea, and we have the ability to take it further. Let's take the mantle. Yes, we have the manpower. We are the foot soldiers, as I said in the initial stage. We are doing quite a lot. When you look at other organizations, like when you look at 21st Century now, 21st Century are giving a platform for the entrepreneurs. And most of these entrepreneurs are young people.
Yes.
They are youths. They are upcoming. They have the talent. They have the passion to do it. Because one of the things that you should always look when you are talking about anything is the passion for someone to do it. The youth have the passion now. We have a lot of platforms on the ground from international NGOs, from the government side, from the national NGOs, from the CSOs and the state. We have a lot and we have been offering. What we really need is, like she said, the collaboration between ourselves. I have the idea, she has the support, you have the ways to mobilize for the people and the resources. Let's come together, let's sit at this kind of table, let's discuss it further, table it, plan for it, and see how we can execute the plan. So we are doing quite a lot and it's yielding a great result.
All right, viewers, it's getting more interesting. It's still your show, Midday Vibe, coming to you live on Calipit TV, transmitting on channel 141 on NT Star Times, and Calipit Radio, transmitting on 19.9 megahertz. Don't forget, we'll be giving you the chance to chip in the program. But before that, let me come back to my guest. Abdul Hamid spoke about two things that caught my attention, even though I wanted to just shed a light on. We have seen how youth are participating in communities like raising school associations, like I can remember one union called ASONIS, that's a association of senior something.
Students.
I know there's sometimes that I went to see the activities where they offer jam forms, they enroll people, they provide uniform, and they're all youth sponsored youth. I know of ladies too, they have their own like this initiative made by this sanitary hygiene. I can remember one lady that initiated something of that in Sokoto State. I can't really precisely remember the name. But the question is, why is it that anything that comes and gets recognition by people, it's now changed to politics? Youth are not focusing on doing it for themselves.
What that you use, focus. You see, in anything that you have to do, the first thing is that you should have a focus that this is what I want to do. This is the vision that I want to achieve, and nothing is going to change that.
So are you saying the youth are not visionary?
We are, but not as expected.
Okay.
At times, when it comes to vision, you need you say that you have a beautiful idea and a beautiful vision that you want to achieve, but you need a roadmap that will guide you towards achieving that vision. Without that roadmap, you find out that you just be crumbling up and down. There are a lot of temptations.
Okay.
When you come up with a beautiful idea, you are doing something good, you gain the recognition. That's what a politician is looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, how am I going to get this?
Overtake.
Yeah. Yeah, and immediately he overtook. That's the end of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I saw something like that here in the States. It was funny and honestly heartwarming. A story that touches the heart.
Yeah.
He's a, should I say, he's a youth advocate, and he has been doing this, or he's doing for quite, I'm not going to mention,
Yeah.
he has been doing it for a quite long period of time. And along the way, the government pick interest in what he is doing. When they pick interest, and that's how
it all dies.
Yeah, I would say it died completely, but there was like a bridge is created.
Okay.
So it's something that you are doing not in a political arena. You are doing it for the general good of all. You are doing it for everybody. But immediately politics comes into it. Just make me know that you yourself or the people that you are with are going to take part.
Okay, Malam Hamidu. Now, why did you think that whenever things of this nature arise, politicians quickly come in and overtake that from the youth? And why are youth allowing that?
Well, you see, she talks of something, focus. When you have the focus, you will know who are your future collaborators are, what you really need, because you need to know the example from the differences from what you really need and what you want.
Yeah.
You want to achieve it, but you need someone with you.
Yeah.
That's why we have civil society organizations in the state. That's why we have INGOs, international non-governmental organizations. And that's why we have national organizations. Okay. Let's take like 3 organizations or 4 now. Let's take NAIF now. Let's take Hikma Community Mobilization and Development Initiative now. Let's take ASONIS that you have mentioned. Also, let's take UNFPA participatory platform in the state.
Okay.
All these 4 structures, they are being made for the youth to ask for support.
Okay.
The governments, let me say the negative people that are in the government,
okay,
they want you to come up with the idea so that they can interrupt, they will hijack the idea. But this kind of organizations, they are even looking out for you.
Okay.
They want you to come to them. They have the resources and they have the manpower and the support that you will seek. So what I will advise the youth, for us to overcome that challenge that you have just mentioned now, whenever you have the idea, find mind likes, go to some organizations that are in the state. They have the resources and they have the platform for you to go there and seek for guidance. They have been doing interventions in the community. They have been doing youth empowerment support, these things. Go to them, ask for consultation, ask for their opinion, and okay, I have this intervention that I want to do in the community. What do you have to say about it? Okay. How can I go about it? I know you have done 1 or 2. Let me cite an example with the UNFPA participatory platform in this case. I happen to be one of them. And whenever we have any intervention, like let's see, you have made mention of sanitary hygiene.
Hygiene, yes.
We once have an idea. I have a colleague, Hassan Muhammad Laden. He is working with Freedom to Life Initiative, FLI. So we have this one idea of going to the community, looking into all these gaps that has to do with menstrual hygiene. Yeah. We have our female colleagues. They are the one to interact with the female participants in the community. So we went to UNFPA, we asked for support. After having support from UNFPA, we went to Hikma Community Mobilization to ask for how to help mobilize people from the community. Yes. From there, we also seek assistance and support from NAIF. So FFLI come in, Literacy Without Border Initiative come in, we gathered the support, the manpower, and the ideas on how to interact with the community. And I can tell you, we impacted over 500 individuals to deliver this reusable sanitary pad and disposable sanitary pad. We also engage in community awareness to fight GBB and other immoral activities in the community and all that. And we did not seek support from the government. We only let the government know that we are going to the community, so that when someone was asked, come to us, telling him that it is us that went to the community and we have your backing. Because you need the government to have legal back in,
Okay.
and for you to be able to access and to unlock the opportunities in the community. But you don't need their support entirely. You have platforms that can help
Support
facilitate
you.
the support for you.
Okay.
So whenever we have this kind of innovation, this kind of ideas, let's go to them.
Okay.
They are waiting for us. They are there already.
All right.
They are just waiting for us to come in, ask for the support, have to be mobilized, and for us to achieve the idea or to make it in reality, not just a dream.
All right, viewers, it's still your favorite show, Midday Vibe, coming your way on Caliphate TV channel 141 on Star Times and Caliphate FM transmitting on 90.9 megahertz. And I have this a question that's clicking my mind since we started this program, which I will ask. Miss Shafatu, what is it that can be done in this country without youth?
In fact, I don't think there is any. In one way or the other, the youth are engaged in almost everything. Name it politics. They say that at the initial stage, the youth will be
Yeah.
involved. Like it says, we always push the car and it will.
Yeah,
yeah.
just run.
Okay. Maybe when it comes to the health sector, we have a lot of youth that are doing wonderfully well in it. Name it whatever. So I don't think there is anything that in Nigeria particularly that is done without the intervention of the youth.
Maybe Malam Muhammad will have an answer to
That's
that.
nothing, sir. You know, when you say nothing, I mean
Nothing.
capital letters, nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. When you talk to the government now, the Sokoto State government now is trying to come up with ways that in health sector.
Yes.
Let me say that yesterday we had one meeting about that.
Yeah.
That the state government and with the support from UNAP and UNICEF, they are trying to train over 500 females and community health workers. They said what, for them to be domiciled in their immediate communities.
Okay.
Let's say that I'm from Tambuwal, but I'm studying in Sokotonos.
Yes.
So by entitlement, by indigent entitlement, you see, I'm entitled to whatever.
Yeah.
But when it comes to implementing in the community, let them find somewhere that is residing in Tambuwal, somewhere that is residing in Sokotono, someone that is residing in Tangaza or whatever local government that you have, not just by entitlement, but you are residing there, you are resting there.
Yes.
So when they train you, you have to go back there to work in that community so that we will reduce the too much death on bed while delivering mortality and all that.
Yes.
Lots of malnutritions in the community, lots of these issues that are coming back to the community. So the government is doing well. The humanitarian sector, the private sectors are doing quite well. So in a nutshell, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do in this country or wherever in the world, in this green globe that we have, that you can implement it, do it shit-free without the youth support in it.
Okay, having discussed that, youth are vital in almost every sector.
That's why I said they are the food
considering the population of the youth in Nigeria, which certainly is almost 2/3 of the population. Let me just say, what did you think governments and other stakeholders like community leaders, traditional rulers, and the people that let's just say monarchs in the communities, what can they do to give this light back to youth, or to pave way for you to intervene so that we can have optimum development in the community? Malama Shafa.
The phrase is the youth. Let's give youth the opportunity, not just the inspiration. We already have the inspiration.
Okay.
What we need now is the opportunity to harness those inspirations that we are having. So the way out is youth should always be engaged right from the grassroots of decision makings, community engagement, and whatever. I'm captivated with what Comrade said just now, talking about seeing a way of domicilizing health workers to work in their rural community. Honestly, it caught my mind, because I went around a lot of PHCs in the state, and I've seen what is happening.
Yeah.
And some of them, you go to a PHC, you see that the structure is there, the patients are waiting, but the health worker is not here.
There.
So if you try to dig further, some will tell you that, okay, the health worker is coming from another community.
Wow.
Some will tell you that, okay, because of the issues, the 1 or 2 issues that they are having, the health worker has stopped coming. But just imagine that these people are the people within the community that were trained and they were there to serve their community. 2 things are involved. Number 1, they know that they are serving their own people.
They are serving their own families.
Yeah, their own families. So they will do it to their best of ability. Then number 2, they are fulfilling what they are being paid for.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's a nice development, and if actually the government does that, it's going to be a plus.
So, do you think that involve handling the power to the youth?
Yeah.
Okay.
We handling power to the youth. Yeah, because we have the potential. We can do it.
Okay.
Honestly, we can do it.
All right. Hamidu, to you, what did you think the stakeholders, monarchs, the government, and the traditional rulers should do in order to see that the youth, or the talent and the knowledge of this youth, has been harnessed in advancing our communities and the country?
Well, I will not say that the power should be given to them totally, but we can have intergenerational collaboration.
Okay.
Where the elders and the young people will collaborate to bring about long-lasting and sustainable changes in the community and the country at large. What I mean by that is that, let's take an example that you are an elderly person of like 60 years, while I am of 30 years. You have some kind of wisdoms, experiences that I do not have.
Yes.
And I have the energy now, beautiful energy, the prime age of mine, that I can make those experiences of yours into reality with my dream.
Okay.
I will use the expertise as an elderly person. I have the energy, I have the innovation, and I have the dream.
Okay.
And I will have you, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I will use all these resources to bring about the change that I want to see in the community. Let's say that I have seen a lot of immoral behaviors in our community, and I need to change it.
Okay.
So here we will have like 3 things.
Okay.
We will need to have like safe spaces for young people to go there, express their concerns, their stress, what really drives them to do all these things that they have been doing in the community. And one of the things that will help to facilitate that is having youthful facilitator there and one elderly person there to look after what they are doing. Because when I come in with all my energy, with like this, with energy and baby, when you come in with always
you want to
forcefully make the change.
Yes.
That energy that you have, if not well calibrated, will bring about something that
means it may inflict harm.
It will inflict harm because you will put interest into it.
Yeah.
But if you have someone to guide you, and you have this intergenerational collaboration with the elderly people, they will guide you with the expertise that they have lived yesterday. They are living with you today, and we are hoping to continue living tomorrow, but God willing. So when you have that, it will help to bring about sustainable changes in the community, so we can have that collaboration with them. Not to really, we are not advocating that the power should be given to us completely.
Okay.
No, we should be allowed to participatory engaged into whatever decision that they are making, whatever plans that they have for the community, whatever intervention that comes in. Let us be part of it from the initial stage, from the planning, from the decision, and from the implementation.
All right, thank you very much for that wonderful response. Viewers, is still your show Midday Vibe, coming your way on Carpet TV, transmitting on channel 141 on Star Times, and Carpet Radio, transmitting on 91.9 megahertz. And it's now time for you to chip in. You can do call on 09060002022. I'll repeat the number: 09060002022. You can call in and give your contribution on the matter. But before we go, just remember that development has no amount, like you will say this is very less, this is high. And that's why I have this question for my 2 guests. As a youth, I would like to know, what is it that you have done as a youth for the development of either your community, your workplace, your family, the country, that always inspire you and think youth can make a change in our communities and in our dear country? That is the question I have for you. Pending we get the callers, let me start with still my right.
As the youth, apart from the inspiration that is always there,
Mm,
I have always been, should I say, an advocate for my fellow youth,
mm,
not only the youth, women in particular.
mm,
We have this initiative. It's my own personal initiative, Mima initiative,
mm.
and under it we have a kind of like a platform that we call Report Time,
Okay.
and it's a personal project too. And what I do on that project is how to see how I will get youth involved. I think a few weeks ago,
Mm.
I trained some, should I say, mass communication students from
Students.
Umar Ali Shinkafi Polytechnic
Okay.
on how to best report peace and security.
Okay.
And the reason or the rationale behind doing that is that we are in a community or in an area that is having security challenges,
Yeah, okay.
and you will go to social media. That's the most common place, right?
Mm.
You will see a lot of stories that are instigating.
Mm.
Yeah, instead of it to be like the stories are like creating more violence,
Not call for action
not call
stories.
for action. So I noticed that there is a gap in that direction.
Mm.
So what needs to be done is to get these youth that are using these media handles
Mm.
and tell them that there is a better way that you can do this
Report.
without escalating the
The
violence.
issue.
So I
Okay.
did that. And apart from that, I also have this initiative that has to do with GBV.
Okay.
And what
That's
we
gender-based
gender-based
violence.
violence.
Mm.
What we do too is try to see how we can get justice
Mm.
for victim of gender-based violence.
Mm.
It's a personal initiative too,
Mm.
though I recently got a support on it.
Mm.
And what we do there too is to see how, if you look at the, let's say, the journalistic cycle,
Mm.
there is no much is not done when it comes to gender-based violence.
Yeah.
You will see a lot of stories that has to do with politics,
Mm.
business, but hardly you will see stories that has to do with GBV.
Gender-based violence. Yes.
Why? Is it because that they are sacred in nature or
Mm.
what? No, but remember that any story that is not told is a story that never happened.
Sure.
So what we try to do is we try to see how we tell these stories in a dignified way.
Mm.
By telling the stories, we are holding people to account.
Mm.
It can be the perpetrator. We are
Yeah.
not only holding the perpetrator to account, but we are also calling the relevant agencies to do what? To take
Taking
action.
Yes.
So that's the little that I'm doing at my
Okay,
own.
now in your
Yeah.
own story, and that's a really commendable job. And we know these
Thank
rewards are only from the heaven, not here. All right, but yet, out of this now,
Mm.
what did you find as inspirational? Because we are trying to motivate the youth now.
Mm.
What did you find as inspirational that make you think any youth can act the way you act? Because you acted with your resources, with your own just self, before you can even seek for collaboration. So what did you think, or what makes you think each female youth can contribute to her own community with the little she have?
Just having the mindset
Okay.
and this sense of civic responsibility of I want to give back to my community.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I did my diploma in Umaru Ali Shinkafi,
Mm.
and I noticed that that gap is there. So what is the little that I can do?
Mm.
So I just, okay, let me do this.
Okay.
Though it will not cover much,
Yeah.
but it can create that little impact that it will create
Mm.
is something big.
Okay, if I shall take it in the other direction, you mean, for example, if I'm a female and I'm on this small chops maker, I can just find teenagers in my community as a female, teach them how to make donuts, maybe just 10 of
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
With my own resources, I'm making donuts for sale, but I'm letting them see how they are doing it, and that's the developmental in nature
It
too.
is.
Thank you very much for that. Hamid Al Mustafa, let's hear your own view now. What have you done that makes you feel if all the youth shall try to do something of that nature, will make the country develop?
Well, Alhamdulillah, shukran Allah Fakhan. When you made mention of the name, Hamid Al Mustafa, or maybe whatever they used to call me,
Yeah.
Hamidu and Jamal or what, Alhamdulillah, I will say that you will hear a lot of impactful testimonies from the people that I engage with. Firstly, let me start an example with the initiative that we have, Literacy Without Border initiative. We were opportunity trained about a quite significant number of youths in our communities, and we held this extramural lesson. We purchased jam pump for them. Most of them are now graduate.
Wow.
They have the kind of qualification that I have, and I am happy whenever I look at them. They will say that I am happy and blessed to be associated with Hamidu or like colleagues of his. And when you look into Asonis as Sokoto indigenous students, I happen to be the organization secretary there and also the chairman on educational advancement there. We purchased over 200 jam pumps, over 200. I can't tell you the number, but it's above over 200. Jam pumps, Umar Alishanka Polytechnic, COE, we skilled school tuition fees for the students. There are some of who are now graduate. We also sponsored the skill acquisition training for the young people there in our communities in the 11 wards of Sokoto local governments. Entire 11 wards of Sokoto local government from Sokoto 1 and 2, and we are able to help them empower their lives. That is a story that's always giving me much ginger to always bring more to give back to our community. There's one girl that I don't want to mention name that somehow become like a naughty behavior like that, and her parents even want to like they associate themselves from her, disown her. So we were able to meet with her, and she become part of our initiative when we are having this skill acquisition training. She was trained on how to make humra, how to make air freshener, how to make this dish liquid soap, and a lot of skills that she have. Now I'm telling you that her father is her manager. He's the one that has sending her products to Niger, and she was telling us that wallahi in a month she can have over 70,000 profit, out of which she have her own capital steward, and this is only the profit, and she is doing a lot to impact our community. When you go to Gidan Ogwai, when I was acting as chairman committee on social media influence in the state, we were able to engage a significant number of youths from the Gidan Ogwai community to work with NAIF, Northeastern Youth Initiative for Development. They were equipped and empowered in agricultural aspect. Now, what they are doing is that when I'm trained from Gidan Ogwai and I farmed, when they are finished, what I have gotten from the farming activities, the farming, the crops and whatever, I will engage 3 youths with me and I will train them. Well, this shows that I'm giving back to the community. Now, when the year turn over, they have gotten their crops and everything. Each one of them will be paired with another youth so that he will train them just as he was trained. And these are a lot of empowerment that have been going, just as Economic Committee Knowledge and Development Initiative are now doing the cash voter redemption in their own project, while we have executed the Exafu project there last year before the cut of funding from the said there are a lot of changes that were brought up. NAIF engaged more than 300 individuals. They were given tailors full package of tailoring tools that they need. They were given take-up grant, just like HCOM did it. Around last year, they were given the trained number of female into this dry fish making, where they were given oven. Some of them were given tailors. Some of them were given grinding machine, just like NAIF did. So they are creating this thing, and we have collaborated with them from our own initiatives, from Literacy Without Border initiative, from the community grassroots. They will say, okay, we have heard that you have did this and that. We want you to come and work with us. We want to make a long-lasting impact with you from the community, so that the members in your community will know that we have eyes with them, that when we support them, they should handle that support with care. They should not just go and sell it or something like that. So we did quite a lot, alhamdulillah. and the results are speaking for itself.
All right, my dear esteemed youth, thank you very much for participating in this fruitful talks, because it's really fruitful. And I'm certainly sure viewers now know that you must not be a politician before you can impact and bring about change in your community and the country at large. Thank you very much, Mr. Fa'atu Suleiman, for joining the conversation on Midday Vibe today. And thank you, Malam Hamidu, for hosting our show today.
Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity to work with her, because I have started seeing on areas of possible collaboration with her in this aspect of development she made in her community, and I would love to really come in to see where we can collaborate and see where it will take.
That's it, all about youth. Whenever they see development, they would like to be right part of that development. All right, that is it for today, viewers. I hope you have enjoyed this fruitful conversation held between me and my guest. Before we end up, the big question is for every youth and viewers: who are you and what do you need? Because that really answers how you can bring about development in your community and the country at large. Just remember, development is not only being attained by being or joining politics or any other thing. Just as our guest rightly said, you can start it at your own locality and bring development to your family, community, and your state. Thank you for staying tuned, and keep watching Carpet TV on channel 141 on Star Times and listening to Carpet Radio on 91.9 MHz. I remain Mukhtar Evonga saying, have a pleasant day.